What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Thursday, October 28th, 2021. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, fixed air moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you all so much. I hope you're having a good week so far. We're going to see that moon come into Leo today, and it's going to make that third quarter square with the sun. It's going to oppose Saturn. There's some T-square energy to the sun. And Venus, Jupiter are in sextile, and Mars will come to 29 Libra. So it's edgy. I'll be honest, it's edgy. This moon in Leo is definitely trying to have a good time, though. It's trying to laugh, find joy, self-expression, creation, a lot of fixed heart energy here. So trying to bring in love and joy into our personal lives, but at the same time, we're squaring off with the sun in Scorpio, which is kind of digging up a lot of these deeper truths in our life, especially at 5 degrees. Very mental scorpionic day. So it's kind of a deep dive where I think we're understanding a lot of emotion. We're going to see that moon start off the day with a square over to Mars too, which was a little bit last night and then a little bit today. And then Mars is coming to 29 degrees. Definitely what is your heart most passionate about as we're closing out this lunation cycle that started in Libra, about relationships and people in our lives and connection and who are we bonding with and what energy do we really want in our life. Kind of like having to set boundaries, especially with Saturn in the mix and really T-squaring that sun as the sun builds on the square to Saturn, which will be on Saturn Day, of course. Gosh, we want to have fun, but at the same time, there's big choices about going in the direction that does light you up the most in life and bring the most love into your life. And it's if you're going to connect to anything or be passionate about anything, well, does it have love built into that? And I think that that's a good question. Or is the things that we think we love, do they have the passion that we're looking for? Or is it just the intensity that we're looking for? And today could kind of pop the top on some intense situations. Could be outer forces with Saturn that are kind of making you make choices. And it's kind of have to really trust your gut and go with what your heart and soul really want the most and connect to that fully, while maybe having to let go of aspects of life that are no longer showing up with the love and passion that we want. So today's a very interesting day. There is a release point to Taurus, and the only thing in Taurus is Uranus retrograde, which will come to 12 degrees this weekend, and the moon and sun will meet for a new moon in Scorpio on the 4th, in exact opposition to that Uranus at 12 degrees. So, I mean, there's definitely something to look at with values here and the capacity that you can create the things that you're passionate about and that your heart desires, and what does light you up and what does kind of make you feel in your most authentic creative self. We're seeing Venus with Juno, so relationships are getting brought up big, especially as Mercury's still in shadow in Libra, Mars coming to 29 Libra. Relationships and the direction that we believe they're going is important, especially with Venus in sextile to Jupiter. They're definitely getting expanded and kind of looking towards the future and being hey, are we going to go on this journey? Are we going to go on this quest? What's out there? But we have to remember the fact in life, especially with the moon making good aspects to the nodes. We can believe and have all these ideals, and then Venus is coming off the square to Neptune. There's a lot of things that we can just think are going to bring value or be a part of the abundance. But does it really have all that fixed energy? And I think that that's what today is important about, is to really check in with your life force energy, your capacity to create, the values of yourself, the relationship to yourself, and what lights you up and what brings in, what do you really want to bond to as we get this square to the sun in Scorpio. And are you willing to understand that and draw healthy boundaries for yourself? Or are you just kind of playing la la land in a way and not, go into the greatest future that you can create for yourself? Definitely brings up money aspects as well with Venus in sextile to Jupiter. Would not be surprised if money did big things with a Venus in Sag, trine Jupiter in Aquarius. Could be that, but there might be an illusion aspect to it. So I don't know. If you're in financial markets, pay attention. I'm sure you know what you're doing if you're there. But also kind of one of these days too where we can definitely want to go spend big to have a good time. Moon in Leo, let's go have some fun. Let's go spend some money. Let's go do some things. Let's have it all. More, more, more. Definitely can be good, but then the moon's in opposition to Saturn. So it's also like, well, was that a smart decision? So I think we have to really move in the direction that is bringing us happiness and love and joy and passion, but at the same time be very aware and very smart today about the decisions we're making. These decisions are very potent. They can have extreme abundance behind them, and there could also be sort of a looking over the important stuff to just have a good time or to just, be all willy-nilly. This is kind of more serious day energy. And I think if you kind of approach it as such, you'll still have fun, but you also won't have to like deal with it on Saturday with the Sun square Saturn, which is already building up. So we're already getting, kind of Saturn's looking at us like, have you been being responsible for the frequency you want to uphold in your life right now or not? And are you passionate about that frequency or not? Or, it's almost like this is one of those days where I feel like anything that was faking it, it's not going to last. Like anything fake isn't going to make it through where things are progressing. And today could kind of pop the top on that too. So pretty intense day. Even Mars coming to 29 Libra. It wants to get into Scorpio so bad. And it's like, fine, I will relate for these last 2 days. And hopefully, not have some of that pushover energy, but really take action in life for what brings you the most balance and harmony and justice. And even Mercury, it's getting ready to quincunx Neptune, but it's not there yet, and it's in that shadow period. So we've definitely reevaluated a lot about how we want to identify and understand relationships, and now it's kind of time to pour the glue into life about like, where do you want your life to go and what's going to stick and what can be transformed and what can be changed and kind of grown out of, kind of like the fall autumn leaves are changing colors. In some ways our lives are starting to have that effect too, and that means that some things are going to fall away so that new life and passion can come in, and hopefully the stuff that you're taking action for that really do bring you from the deepest part of yourself the love and joy and connection and value that you are looking for. Yeah, definitely could be a day where people want to spend some money to have some fun. I'll be honest, like, I need some fun in my life. And you know what? Maybe that would be a blast. So it's a day. It's pretty intense. Definitely a action oriented day. Decisions are important. Try to be responsible, but at the same time, it's not just responsible for anything. This is responsible for the most important things to your soul and to your heart that will make you feel the best. And I feel like if you get pressured or pushed into doing things you don't want to do, then today's going to feel like not good. See what the card has to say for today. Star card. Dope. It looks like we're ready to move in a beautiful new direction. And, maybe we've been through a lot. Maybe today kind of shows us that we can be vulnerable and go on this journey and let whatever it may bring show up. Maybe we feel a little bit more guided, a little bit more in tune with the energies of where maybe just life is trying to go, and maybe we're ready to kind of take things on again after the lessons that we've learned in life. Yeah, I think that, I think this is kind of some energy for people where they can really start to see where things are starting to flow in their life. And if they're ready to hop into that flow and trust their heart, trust their gut to it'll just be all right. And that even takes vulnerability. It takes trust in the stars and in the universe, and just knowing that that's going to take you on this journey to this higher place. So I feel like we're in some of that energy today for sure. It's edgy though. I think if you like the edge, today's going to be a lot of fun. If you don't like edge, today could feel a little like what? But either way, I mean, I think it'd be excited about where the journey's taking you, because maybe the hardest part has already taken place in this point in time, and now you just get to see where the rest of the journey goes. I love you all very much. I will catch you next time. See ya. Bye.